Welcome back. Today, Israel conducted strikes on Lebanon, which are some of the first tests of the temporary ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran. Both President Trump and Israeli leaders are saying the deal did not include Lebanon. But Iranian state media is reporting that oil traffic through the Strait of Hormuz was stopped again. Joining us now to share some insight about these developments is Dr. Brent Sasley. He is the chair of the Political Science Department at the University of Texas at Arlington and an expert on Middle Eastern politics. Brent, welcome to our show and thanks for talking to us today.
Thanks for having me.
This is a very ever-changing situation, so of course we're going to couch that with anything that we talk about here. But despite this ceasefire taking effect, there are still attacks happening today throughout that region. So how do you think that affects this deal really holding?
Well, it makes it more complex. I think we first have to recognize that any effort, any partially successful effort, even at a ceasefire that would stop the fighting is a good thing. Anything that can stop the destruction and the loss of lives is a good thing. The problem is, in this case, that there are several moving parts, and they are all connected. For example, Hezbollah is intimately tied to Iran, and so Israel sees not just Iran as a threat, but Hezbollah. And it sees Iran as Hezbollah's, because it is Hezbollah's main backer, it can't really separate the two. And so even though there's a ceasefire with Iran, at least with the United States, it has no intention of stopping the firing and the attacking on Hezbollah in Lebanon.
Something else that's really stuck out to me as these developments have so quickly changed over the past few days, Iran seems to be emerging from the war with much more control over that vital Strait of Hormuz that we've talked so much about. Can you talk about how accurate that is and what you think it means for the future?
It's fairly accurate. Iran has installations all along the coast that is along that channel. And it has the capability to warn ships and crafts that are going through that if they continue, then they will be fired on, which has in fact happened. And so it is in enormous control, which is why one of President Trump's points has been that Iran has to give up that control, or at least has to create conditions so that it can't do something like that again. That's highly unlikely. Iran will not give it up, especially now that it knows it is some form of leverage that it has on the United States and on the world more broadly. So I suspect we probably won't see too much effort on that particular issue, but of course the conversations will continue.
Yes, of course. Tuesday night's deal caused a drop in fuel prices here in the U.S., as well as some of the stock futures going up as well. But what hope should we have that gas prices here in the U.S. will in turn do the same thing?
We should have some hope. These things typically are a lag, so just because the price of oil went down doesn't mean that we're going to immediately see a major drop in oil prices at the gas tank. There were a number of facilities were damaged, oil and natural gas. It's going to take time to get those back up and running and to get the fossil fuels back into the pipeline there. So if there is no resumption of the violence between the United States and Iran, we will still have to wait some time before we can see a change in our pockets. But any progress, again, I said, is welcome.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Sasley, we are running short on time, but we have so many more questions we could ask you. So we'll hope you'll come back some point and share your expertise on another day. But Brent Sasley with UT Arlington, thanks again for joining us today.
Thank you.